David A. Garcia, attorney for Marco Moreno Vasquez.
And your client is present, correct?
Correct.
All right, we have the interpreter here. The interpreter has previously been sworn and they're still under oath. If you could state your name for the record, please.
Cesar Chavez, license number 2203.
All right, then we will have the jurors come in and we'll begin.
Yes.
Yes, we're ready.
All right, for the jury.
Oh, do you need to have a seat? Do you need a chair?
I'm good.
You sure?
Unless if I get tired, I'll pull that up.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, everyone, please be seated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a different interpreter. He's been here before. He's already been sworn in. I'll wait for
You
you.
can sit here.
All
I need
right.
to be able to pick my knee up.
Oh, sure. Where do you need to sit?
And what's in front of the booth, like in front of the.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sorry, I'm not trying to be.
No problem.
Oh, just switch me seats, appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
All right, the witness is still under oath and I believe stated still your witness.
Ms. Ubieta, so before the break, I had asked you whether you were renting out 7716 Winsford to anyone. Do you recall that question?
Sí.
Okay.
Yes.
And you had said no, is that correct?
Sí.
And then I showed you the photo of the 2 units. Do you recall that?
Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course.
And so now I'm asking you again, at the time that this crime occurred, were you renting out unit 7716 to anything?
Yes.
Okay, and who were you renting it to?
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Okay. Now I'm going to resume Claim States Exhibit 76. And can you tell the jury what they are seeing right there?
Estamos llegando.
We're arriving.
Okay. Now when you were on your way back to your home, once you entered into your neighborhood, you stated that you received a phone call from Lorraine, is that correct?
Así es.
That is
Okay.
correct.
And then after you received the phone call from Lorraine, what happened?
Nosotros entramos, estaba muy cerca de la casa, entramos a la calle Winsford.
We got in, it was pretty close to the house. We entered through the street Winsford.
Okay, and then did you see an SUV while you were on Winsford?
Nos topamos con la camioneta blanca, con la,
We ran into the white pickup truck.
Okay, and did you recognize that white pickup truck?
sí,
Yes.
And who did that white pickup truck belong to?
al señor Marco.
Mr. Marco.
Okay. Now I'm gonna resume Plain States Exhibit 76. And I'm gonna fast forward for time purposes to 6 minutes and 20 seconds. And exhibit is buffering, but Ms. Ubieta, is that a different angle camera that you have there at the house?
Sí,
Yes.
Okay, and can you tell the jury where this camera was located? Was it on the side of your home?
Está al lado de saliendo de mi casa, al derecha.
It's on the side, getting out of my house on the right side.
Okay. And if I show you State's Exhibit 41. Was the camera view that we're seeing, is that located
Sí.
right here?
Sí.
Okay, and so from this camera, you wouldn't be able to see where the pool table area was, is that correct?
No.
No.
Cause it's facing back.
Sí.
Okay.
Yes.
And so I'm gonna place State Exhibit 76 at 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Ms. Ubieta, who is that walking right there?
Duniel.
Duniel.
Do you know?
Can't hear her.
Could you hear the interpreter?
I can hear you, but I can't hear her.
You're supposed to hear the interpreter.
Right, but what did you say?
Duniel.
Oh, Juniel.
And we're playing the next video labeled as video 7_ at 2 minutes and 15 seconds on State Exhibit 76. And who is that there?
Duniel.
Duniel.
Playing video labeled 8_ at 30 seconds. And who is that there?
Gerardo.
Gerardo.
And for that video, is that after you all returned from Houston?
Sí.
Yes.
And now playing video 12_ on State Exhibit 76. I apologize, everyone, it's buffering, but. playing video labeled 12_ from State's Exhibit 76 in its entirety. Ms. Ubieta, I've paused the State's Exhibit at 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Do you recognize the man that's on the right?
El de la. El de la bueno, de aquí para allá.
The one from here to there, the one with the hat?
The one on the right side with the hat closest to the fence?
No.
El que está aquí, sí, el acá no.
The one over here, yes. The other one over there, no.
Okay, the one that you recognize, who do you recognize it to be?
El señor Marco.
Mr. Marco.
Okay. Prior to this day, have you ever seen Marco at your house?
Sí,
Yes.
And do you recall when that was in relation to the shooting? Was it about how long before the shooting did that occur?
una semana antes.
1 week before?
Okay. Did you get to see what vehicle he was driving on that day?
Sí,
Yes.
What vehicle was he driving on that
la
day?
camioneta blanca.
The white pickup truck.
Okay. And when did you make contact with him on that day? Like, did he speak
Y
to you?
hablamos.
Yes, we talked.
Okay, and what did he tell you on that day?
Me preguntó de.
Calls for something, hearsay and speculation.
And who is speaking?
It's the defendant's own statement.
All right, that objection will be overruled.
Okay, Ms. Vieta, can you please tell the jury what the defendant Marco Moreno Vasquez told you when he had appeared at your house about a week prior to the shooting?
Me preguntó por cubano.
He asked me for Cubano.
Okay. And is that all he said to you?
Sí, me preguntó que dónde estaba cubano y ya yo le contesté.
Yes, he asked me where Cubano was, and I replied to him.
Okay. Did you see if the defendant Marco Moreno Vasquez ever made contact with Cubano on that day?
Sí, salió cubano para con él.
Yes, Cubano came out with him.
Okay, and do you know where they went on that day?
No.
No,
Okay. And the individual that's shown on the video right now, you stated you had never seen him before, is that
Mhm.
correct?
No, no lo había visto.
no, I have never seen him.
And so, Ms. Zubieta, I'm gonna show you what I've marked as state's exhibit number 17. Can you take a look at that for me?
Sí.
And does that appear to be a fair and accurate copy of the photo that is depicted in the video?
Sí.
Yes,
And it hasn't been like changed in any way, it's from the video, is that correct?
no,
It's from the video.
Así es.
that's correct.
At this time, the state offers these exhibits 78 into evidence and tendering the same to defense for inspection.
May I take you under voir dire, Judge?
Yes.
It's Zubieta, ¿verdad?
Subieta.
Zubieta.
Zubieta.
Sorry about that.
Así es.
So Ms. Zubieta, the prosecutor asked you if this picture was from the video. You didn't create this picture, correct?
No.
No,
Do you also understand English a little?
No.
no,
And so even though you didn't create this photo, does it look like the same that we're seeing on that video?
Así es.
that is correct.
No objection.
All right, state's exhibit number 78 is admitted without objection.
Okay, Ms. Zubieta, and in state's exhibit 78, can you just tell the jury who is that in state's exhibit 78?
El señor Marco.
Mr. Marco,
Permission to publish.
Granted.
Now, Miss Zubieta, after you and your family arrived back at the residence there at 7718 Winsford Drive, did you get off of your motor vehicle or can you explain to the jury what you did at that time?
Se bajó Gerardo primero y dijo que no nos bajáramos nosotros, que iba a revisar la casa, porque
Era- Gerardo got out first and he told us not to get off because he was going to check the house first.
porque la casa estaba abierta, la puerta, y se miraba todo para adentro.
Because the door was open and you could see everything on the inside.
Okay. And so did you ever get off of the car or no?
Sí,
Yes.
When?
después de que Gerardo entró, regresó y dijo que no había nada, que podíamos entrar.
After Gerardo went in, came out, and then he told us that we could go in.
Okay. And when you were walking through the gate to get to your front door, did you observe anything at that time?
Yo entré, después de que Gerardo, entré yo a la casa porque como traía a mi hija, a mi hijo y a mi nieta, yo entré, revisé la casa,
I went into the house because I had my daughter and my granddaughter, my son and my granddaughter. I went into the house and I checked everything.
y me regresé cuando venía por donde está una maceta, junto a la banquetita.
And I came back and where there was a pot next to the little sidewalk there,
Vi que estaba Cubano tirado.
I saw Cubano on the floor.
Okay. Regarding Cubano's body, did you notice, did he look to be like living or what did you notice about his body?
Estaba en modo fetal y yo nomás le hablé a Gerardo, le dije, Cubano está tirado.
He was in a fetal position and I just saw Cubano and I told Gerardo, Cubano's on the floor.
Okay. And then after that, did you contact 911 yourself?
Le hablé a Lorraine, le dije por favor le hablara a la policía porque era más rápido porque ella habla el inglés.
I called Lorraine and I told her to please call the police because it was faster because she speaks English.
Okay. And so then did police arrive to your home?
Bueno, Gerardo me dijo que me metiera a la camioneta,
Well, Gerardo told me to get it back into the truck
que esperáramos ahí hasta que llegara la policía.
for us to wait there until the police arrived.
Okay, and so did you see the police there, once they did arrive?
Sí,
Yes.
Okay. And did you speak with the police that night?
todos hablamos con la policía.
We all talked to the police.
Okay. And then after that, did you find something in your home? Well, let me back up. Ms. Zubieta, so I'm gonna show you what has been introduced into evidence as states exhibits 32 through 30. Can you take a look at that for me? Okay, and states exhibit 32, what do you see?
No sé si sean los impactos o...
I don't know if it's the impacts or
Before you left to Houston that morning, did your home have those defects?
No,
no,
Okay, and to your knowledge, had your home ever been shot at before?
no.
no.
Okay. And so, oh, go ahead. And so after you spoke with the police on that day, a couple of days later, did you find something in your home that caused you to call the police?
Sí,
Yes.
What was that?
un casquillo en la recámara de mi hijo.
A cartridge in my son's bedroom.
Okay. And did a police officer come out and take custody of that from you?
Sí.
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time we pass the witness.
Defense?
Thank you, Judge. It's Ms. Zubieta, let's just start at the end here that you testified to. You say you find Dunell in a fetal position out in the yard, correct?
Así es.
That is correct.
Was he in the yard or was he inside by the pool table?
Junto a la mesa de billar.
Next to the pool table.
So he wasn't out in the yard.
Estaba dentro de mi propiedad, junto a la mesa de billar.
He was inside my property next to the pool table.
Right, but we just saw a couple of photos of the property, right?
Claro.
You have some grass next to the house, which most people would call a yard, correct?
Así es.
That is correct.
So did you find Dunell in the yard? Or did you walk into his place that he was living at, right? He was living there.
Ahí vivía.
He lived there.
He was paying you rent.
Así es.
That is correct.
And so you walked into his place.
A mi casa.
To my house.
It was his room.
No.
No.
Did he not live there?
Él vivía ahí, pero él vivía en la parte de atrás.
He lived there, but he lived in the part behind the other part.
Okay, so the pool table area is your house.
Es parte de mi casa.
It's part of my house.
And that's where you found him,
Así es.
That is correct.
on the floor by the pool table.
En el piso.
On the floor.
Did you move him?
No.
No.
Did you scream?
Sí.
Yes.
What was your relationship to Dunell?
Ninguna.
None.
How was he related to your husband?
Porque era su conocido, su amigo de él, no mío.
It was his acquaintance, his friend, not mine.
They were just friends.
Así es.
That is correct.
How long had he been renting from you and living in your house?
Le rentaba a Gerardo
He was renting from Gerardo
desde noviembre
since November
Of
sí,
what year?
del 2022.
of 2022.
Was he a good friend of your husband's?
No sabría decir.
I wouldn't know.
Did you know Dunell well?
No.
No.
He didn't come over and eat at your house? You're part of the house?
Gerardo lo metía a comer, pero yo no estaba de acuerdo.
Gerardo would bring him to eat there, but I did not agree with that.
How much did he pay you all a month?
I'm gonna object to.
A mí no me pagaba.
Right. When an objection is raised, when either attorney says objection, I'm going to ask you to stop speaking so I can address their objection. All right, what was your question, counsel?
How much did he pay you all a month?
All right, and state what is your objection?
Relevant.
What is the relevancy?
She's the one that's bringing out this relationship with the deceased judge. She seems to have known a lot about the deceased. Now that I'm asking her questions about the deceased, she doesn't seem to know. So I am flushing out what her relationship and how much she knew about the deceased for the jury's edification.
All right, with regards to the amount he was paying per month for the room or the location, that objection will be sustained unless there's more information that the court deems makes it relevant.
What do you do for a living, Ms. Zubieta?
Yo limpiaba casas, compro storage y los vendo.
I clean houses, I buy storage, and I sell them.
And what did your husband, your ex-husband, Gerardo, do for a living?
Al roofing.
Roofing.
And how long have you owned those houses there on Winsford?
Desde el 2019.
Since 2019.
So at that point, you've been living there for 4 years?
Así es.
That is correct.
And you say Lorraine is also a tenant at your house?
En el dúplex de lado.
The duplex on the side.
What does Lorraine do for a living?
Object as to speculation, no personal knowledge and relevance.
All right, the relevancy.
Judge, they live at this duplex. She seems to have a good relationship with Lorraine. Once again, I'm trying to flesh out what exactly that relation is, especially since they were there to greet the police in this event. It's just sort of res gesta.
All right, with regards to that question, the objection will be sustained.
You keep talking about this white truck. It's a white truck you're talking about, right? That you say you saw on your surveillance video at the scene and then you saw in person the
Así
day
es.
in
That is
question?
correct.
And you're adamantly sure it was a white truck.
Sí,
Yes,
You saw it with your own eyes, right?
yo la vi.
I saw
During
it.
the day and at night at some point.
Así es.
That's right.
But you can't tell this jury who you saw in the truck, can you?
Sí, al señor Marco.
Yes,
Okay, you're
Mr.
saying you
Marco.
saw Marco in that.
En
that
una
truck.
ocasión.
On one occasion.
Which occasion?
En una
During the
ocasión que
day, a
fueron-
week earlier?
Her to answer, please.
Sorry, I'll try.
I didn't get her answer.
en una ocasión que Cubano salió porque iba a ver al señor Marco.
On one occasion, that Cubano went out because he was going to see Mr. Marco.
Now, in that statement alone, how do you know who Cubano or Duniel was gonna go see?
Porque él le dijo a Gerardo que iba a verte con el señor.
But he didn't,
Because he
Didn't
told
he?
Gerardo that he was going to meet the man.
did he tell you that or did he tell Gerardo?
No, yo le escuché.
No, I heard it.
And were you out there when Cubano, also known as Duniel, went out there?
¿Perdón?
I'm sorry.
Did you actually see Duniel go out there and meet with someone?
Sí,
Yes,
Why would you have seen that?
porque era mi casa y
Because-
se veía.
because it was my house and you could see it.
Right, it looks like you have a big fence, a big wooden fence around your house.
Claro. Y mis
So-
cámaras estaban prendidas todo el tiempo.
And
Bueno,
my cameras
so-
were on all the time.
All right, so everyone, just a moment. The court reporter is trying to take down everything that everybody is saying. It's sort of difficult, and the reason why it's difficult is because you can hear the interpreter speaking in Spanish. So if everybody could ask a question, let the interpreter interpret, and then let the interpreter interpret the answer, it would make it much easier for the court reporter. And again, if there's an objection from either side, just stop speaking so I can make a ruling on their objection. All right, counsel, you may ask your question.
So you're saying that you're sitting in front of that security camera the whole time, watching everything going on at your house?
No todo el tiempo, pero cuando alguien pasa, la cámara hacía sonido.
Not all the
O
time.
sea, y yo, claro que iba a checar.
Not all the time, but when someone passes, the camera makes a beep sound. And of course, I was going to check.
Even stuff involving your tenants that you don't seem to really care about?
Era mi casa.
It was my house.
Right, but you don't seem to have a relationship with Cubano/Duniel, right?
Claro.
Of course.
So You're telling this jury you see Danielle on the floor by the pool table, right?
Así es.
That is correct.
And instead of calling 911, you call Lorraine, who's another tenant, am I right?
Claro, porque ella estaba al pendiente de que estuviéramos bien.
Of course, because she was always on the lookout that we were fine.
Why would Lorraine care whether you're fine or not? She just rents from you.
No objection.
Porque ella-
Defamation.
All right, that'll be overruled.
Porque ella me habló para preguntarme si estábamos bien porque había escuchado balazos.
Because she called me to ask if we were fine because she had heard gunshots.
So are you telling this jury that you arrived at the scene and found Danielle on the ground before the police got there?
Así es.
That is correct.
And the reason you told this jury earlier that you didn't call 911 is because you speak Spanish?
Claro.
Of course.
You understand you're in San Antonio, Texas, correct?
Sí.
Yes.
Half the signs here are in Spanish. Am I right?
No object as to relevance, but.
Relevance, what's the relevancy?
It goes to her credibility, Judge.
All right. Okay, that objection will be overruled.
You understand that in San Antonio, we're a majority of Hispanics, correct?
Claro que sí.
Of course, I do.
That's one of the beauties of the city, isn't it?
Ujú.
The
Mhm.
flavor of the blending of the peoples.
Sí.
Yes.
So on 911, they speak Spanish also.
Yo sé que hablan español también, pero es más fácil que una persona que habla el idioma inglés le contesten más rápido que una persona que habla en español.
I know that they speak Spanish, but it's easier when someone that speaks English to answer them quickly than a person who only speaks Spanish.
How would you know that the 911 caller doesn't speak Spanish?
Porque ya en alguna ocasión se marcó y te ponen un intérprete si no hay alguien que conteste en español.
Because on one occasion we dialed and then they get an interpreter for you if there's not someone there available who speaks Spanish.
You know that 911 calls take a while, correct? Not everything's super fast when you call 911,
Así es.
That's
whether
right.
you speak English or Spanish. But you decided with Danielle on the floor dying to call
Lorraine,
somebody, let me finish. You decided to call someone other than emergency services while Danielle was laying there dying, correct?
yo no sabía si
Yes
Daniel,
or no?
I didn't know
No.
if Danielle. No.
You didn't know that he was dying?
no,
No.
Did you see that he was bloody in the chest?
no tenía sangre.
No, he did not have blood.
He was just lying on the ground?
Estaba tirado en modo fetal, pero no se veía sangre.
He was lying on the ground in a fetal position, but I couldn't see blood.
Was he sleeping?
Yo no chequé si estaba durmiendo. Yo le hablé a Gerardo, le dije, aquí está Daniel tirado.
I didn't
Y ya
check
él me
if-
dijo que me-
I didn't check if he was sleeping. I called Gerardo and I told him, Danielle is here lying on the floor.
When you walked into your pool room, let's call it, and Danielle was in a fetal position by the pool table, am I right?
No, yo
No.
entré a mi casa y regresé.
No, I went into my house and came back.
I understand that, but at some point you walked into the room that had the pool table, correct?
No entré, se ve de un lado.
I did not get in. You can see it from the side.
So you're saying you stood outside the room, looked in and saw him laying on the floor?
No es una sala, es parte del garage
It's not like a room, it's part of the garage.
y se puso una mesa de billar ahí.
And we just put a pool table there.
I understand all that. We've all seen how this room looks. Okay, whether it's a garage, a whatever you want to call that room. Are you saying that you never walked in and checked Dunel? You
Yo no
stayed
lo chequé.
outside of that room?
I didn't check it.
You didn't check him?
Yo no lo chequé, yo solamente lo vi tirado y le hablé a Gerardo.
I didn't check him. I just saw him lying there and I called Gerardo.
How long did it take for your husband or ex-husband to rush over?
Nada.
Nothing.
Did you scream it or did you go get him?
Sí, yo le grité y a él dijo, háblale a la ambulancia.
No, I screamed
Claro.
at him and then he said, call the ambulance.
And that's when you called Lorraine instead of the ambulance.
Sí, Lorraine estaba afuera.
Yes, Lorraine was outside.
Did Lorraine go in to check on Donnell?
No,
No,
Just Gerardo?
sí.
yes.
This shell casing that you found in your son's bedroom, who called the police? Did you call the police?
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
You called Lorraine, the tenant, to call the police?
Correcto.
You didn't call him. Why not?
Porque ella podía hablar el inglés fácil.
Because she could speak English easily.
This happened at your house, correct?
Así es.
Not in Lorraine's apartment.
No, pero Lorraine estaba ahí. Lorraine salió para ver.
No, but Lorraine was there. She came out to see.
Did you check the rest of your house to see if there are any other spent shell casings?
No, porque la policía no nos dejó entrar hasta que ellos no checaron todo. El
No.
casquillo fue después.
No, because the police didn't let us get in until they had checked everything. The shell casing was after.
Did you find the shell casing the day that the police were there and give it to them? Or was it a different day?
No, en otro día diferente.
No, in a different day.
How long after this horrible event?
No recuerdo.
I don't recall.
A day?
No recuerdo. La policía debe de tener la llamada.
I don't recall. The police must have the call.
A week?
Tal vez una semana.
Maybe a week
Menos.
Month?
or
A
less.
month?
No.
No.
I mean, this was a traumatic event for you, right? Somebody
Claro.
dying at your house,
Así es.
That's right.
and you don't recall too much about the facts of it.
Claro que me acuerdo.
Of course, I remember.
Now, you weren't present when Duniel got shot, were you?
No.
No,
So you can't tell this jury who shot him, can you?
No.
no.
Who gave that spent shell casing to the police? You, Gerardo, or Lorraine?
Ellos lo tomaron
They took it
From whom?
del closet de mi hija donde estaba.
from my son's closet where it was.
Yes. So they actually, you left the spent shell casing there on the bed?
En la cama. No, señor. En la cama.
Where was it found in
The
a
bed?
room?
No, sir.
Sorry.
Yes.
Where was it found in his bedroom?
En el closet de mi hijo.
In my son's closet.
And you left it there for the police to come get?
Yo le hablé para que vinieran.
I called them so they can come.
Well, you didn't call the police. You said Lorraine called the police, right?
No, después.
No, after.
After what?
Después de que la policía recogió evidencia y todo, y ya nos dejaron entrar.
After the police collected evidence and everything, then they let us in.
Yo guardando la ropa de mi hijo, acomodando y todo, me encontré el casquillo.
When I was rearranging my son's clothes, everything, that's when I found the casing.
Right, but it wasn't the same day that Duniel was killed, right?
No,
No,
And you don't recall which officer came to recover that?
no, pero ellos deben de saber.
no, but they should know.
Well, we would hope so, right?
Claro.
Of course.
pass the witness.
No further questions and excused by the state.
Is this witness excused?
Yes.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a 5-minute break and then I'll bring you back in. Please remember previous instructions. Everyone, please rise for the jurors.